I have with me today Albert Pistorius. Albert is from South Africa, living in Calgary, Canada. Plays the Mackenzie Tour, number 2 in the order of merit. And Albert's been with me the past few days, and we're going to review over a series of videos now the lessons he went through. So first thing we looked at was Albert's body in terms of pelvic rotation, right shoulder down, right hip up. Those are all your characteristics, right?
Yeah, very out of balance.
Very out of balance. When he arrived, even before we started working on any set of positions. The other thing that's important as you get through these videos is to understand that Albert's ball striking changed. I'll let him address that. But we didn't work on the swing. All we worked on was the setup position.
Yeah, I think we took about like 3 hours before we hit our first ball.
Yeah. And we worked on angles of the body, which we're going to go through. We worked on grip, which we're going to go through in a good bit of detail. That was pretty much it, because you'll see how grip changes pelvic rotation. So without further ado, Albert, anything you want to say?
No, Doc, ready to get into it.
Okay, let's get into it. Now, if you are working with a grip trainer, you have the card on. Albert has bypassed this. First day we spent a little bit of time on it at his level. We moved him into the irons. And I promise you, if you work with a grip trainer for a week, 5-10 minutes a day, then you're ready to move on to the irons. You go too quickly to the irons, it is not going to happen. It's not going to work for you. So Albert has a card in a clip, plus he has a line on the face, the center groove, where this card is lined up. That's telling him when that club face is square. Although, if you saw the video with us using the alignment stick, that card will look square when it's actually aimed left. So this is reading the setup to a point. It will give you a false positive if you don't have enough shaft. So, okay, Albert, if you would come on up in front. I'll tell you what, we might be easier to see if we use the grip trainer here for just a minute. So to set your left hand grip, Albert has lines on his hands. So if you just show your left hand here, Albert. This line is too long. This is the line. You'll notice if you cup your hand, there's a crease right here. I've simply drawn a line here. Albert's on the foot. Doesn't matter. This line is never going to change. So Albert, to get his grip, is going to push the butt of the club, and you want to, as Albert's just done, you want to make sure you have plenty of butt of the club out of the palm. So he puts it on that line, he pushes it in against his hand, and then he closes his middle finger and then the rest of the hand. So one of the things, if you just face the camera now, Albert's done this for a few days. So notice his flat left wrist. What do you see?
Oh, I think that's square.
And if you hinge your cock your wrist up, and you can see now, still square.
Still square.
Flat left wrist. Is
Yep.
it? Yep. Okay. So when you have, let's do that one more time. So if you turn that way, Albert, thanks. And just so Albert is pushing that grip. So this line, this first line, is on the side. It's not under. The second line in the pad is under the grip. So he closes those fingers first, and then he has enough heel pad on top. And how's that grip?
Yeah, it's square, Doc.
When you find this grip, you will say this ball's going dead right, because you've never been as weak in the grip, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you are once you have the left hand on, the left hand determines where the right hand's going to go. So Albert's going to go, let me make another mark there for you, Albert. Yep. So what Albert's going to do now is he's going to go add the fingers first of his right hand on the underside of the trainer grip. He's going to close those fingers, then he's going to seat where that line is in his palm. That lead thumb is going to be covered by the lifeline. Now, if you'd show what we have now are opposing palms. You feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's not going to be any rotation, undue rotation through. There'll be rotation, but it's going to be set. Okay, let's do that whole thing one more time, Albert. So first thing you do is in the left hand, and he's going to make sure he has shaft lean in that left hand as he adds that grip. So that there's going to be an angle. And now, as he adds the right hand, he does so with shaft lean. And Albert, how's that feel?
That's it. There's the shaft lean.
Yep.
Feels pretty good.
That's it. And you'll notice if you look at his palms, they're facing. So he's going to have opposing palms, which is huge. But I want you to understand, this needs to be practiced over and over. Albert, been here, how much have you spent on your grip?
3 days, like 3 days non-stop, every single shot. Yeah.
Working on the grip.
And still working on it.
Yeah, still.
So it takes time.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons we're shooting this video, so Albert will have a reference when he returns to Canada, Scottsdale, or when he's on tour. So, okay, let's do this now in the full swing with a club. So we've taken off the clip and now have it set on an iron to center of the face. And when you use these cards, be patient. It takes a while to learn to set them. That look okay?
Yeah, that's perfect.
So same thing, Albert's going to bring the club up. He's going to take the right hand and he's going to press it into this crease on the left hand, his lead hand. And he's going to close the fingers. And as I said, once he has the left hand, it's pretty simple to get the right hand on. Because he's going to
fingers first, right?
Fingers first. And then he's going to cover. Notice he has shaft lean as he's gripping. Mm-hmm. Okay? So if he has the shaft lean when he's gripping, all he has to do is now go straight into his setup. So notice the shaft lean. You see pretty square card there?
Yep, that's square.
And as we saw in the other video, his face now to Albert is going to look a little bit open, and he's good to go. You'll notice the shoulder, the amount of shoulder tilt he has here. Notice the shaft lean, interior left groin. He's good to go. Now, one more time with that, Albert. Because on the video, yeah, face on if you would. So when you're using the card in the full swing, now, Albert, what I'd like for you to do, Albert's still working on this, by the way. So what I'd like for you to do is, what do you see?
Oh, I see an open club face, which is square.
Yeah, but you see the edge of the card, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a great comment.
It's just shifted a little bit.
Okay. Make sure it's good.
Yeah, I always got to make sure that's
yeah, because we're going to be looking at this. So the purpose of the grip trainer is so you're going to see this card all the way to the top of the backswing. Albert's made the transition, but he's also going to have a grip trainer to work with in his at his home, in his hotel room, wherever. And that's very common. That's very common. So when you apply these, if you hit the clip, the card will fall out. Maybe not. Too much dark stroke. Don't let him.
That's perfect, Doc.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay, we got it.
Good.
So again, he's going to add the grip. Push. You're leaving that hand open. Notice how open his entire hand is. He pushes into that crease in the palm, and then adds the middle finger, and there he goes. With shaft lean, does that look now up top?
Pretty dead square.
Okay, now ground that. And Albert, if you would bring that to shaft parallel, what do you see?
Square.
So he's seeing a very square face here. Didn't used to.
No.
Okay, now let's just let it work up slowly from there. Now when you look back,
See a little bit of white, but
not like you used to.
no.
Okay, let's try. Is this set?
Yeah,
Albert has a little bit of work to do at the top of the
I
backswing.
think because of that grip size too, we gotta
And
check that,
that's a great point. We're going to look at that in a bit. Because this grip size on the trainer grip is a little small.
Yeah.
What do you see?
Square.
Okay, let's bring it.
Square.
Okay, and let it work. Yeah, look back. Oh, by the way, when you do this, we don't have one here. You want to be looking at a ball as you do. You just jumped right to this. So I want you to leave you now. Stay. Now look. What do you got?
Square.
Okay, back to the ball. And let's go a little higher. So Albert's going to work. Now take a look back. See the difference?
Yeah.
Dead square.
Much better than the other day.
Yeah. So that's how you want to work. Transition from the trainer to the full swing, and you will get it. You will start to get it. But please remember that left-hand grip. It's going to feel ugly because the grip change is the most difficult change. But it should feel, once you get the left hand, it's much easier to get the right. If you don't get the left hand, I'll tell you what, Albert, set up with a square face, but with a grip trainer, with a square face, but a little stronger left hand. So it's not going to be in neutral. You're going to have a little cup. Tell me when you're ready to go.
Okay.
And take that to the top. Let me see.
Trying to see the white. So that must be a shot puff.
That's a shut face. So that's all he did was make a little grip change, a little stronger.
Yeah. We're not gonna use that.
No. So your grip change, in order to see everything square at the top, your grip change needs to. So
Yeah, this is easy to practice with this one.
absolutely, you practice on a plane and go to the right spot.
Yeah. A restaurant?
A restaurant, wherever you want to go. Not too much at home.
No.
In front of your wife anyway, or your girlfriend.